Is Marrakech really worth visiting? In my first 24 hours, I was thrown straight into pure chaos. Within minutes of arriving, I was dealing with snake charmers trying to charge 400 dirhams for a single photo. You have to bargain hard here not to get ripped off. But beyond the madness, this city hides incredible beauty. Palaces so grand they were looted for their gold and royal tombs lost for over 300 years. I'm Sabril, and in this video I'll show you the raw chaos, the tourist traps and the hidden beauty of Marrakech, so you can decide if it's actually worth visiting. There's going to be many places that I visit, so we're going to be with a small group of people heading to different famous sites here in Marrakech, trying to learn the culture, the history, the tradition. But what I do notice as I'm walking is a bunch of buildings just pure red clay, and that's the tradition, that's the history of buildings here in Marrakech. Red clay, so it's really fascinating to know as you're walking that that's the visual symbol you're getting instantly. Haven't reached yet, but you can see right at the end there, that's the main square. So that's where we're heading. So let's see what it has in store for us. And if you consider this as quiet, which is what the taxi driver told me, that this is a very quiet time of day here at Jemaa el-Fnaa. So he says, you come in the evening, the hustle and bustle is absolutely manic and insane. And look what we have here, the snake charmers. So the gentleman is over there, is taking a picture. There you go, so this guy is here taking the picture of the snakes for me. That was really cool, them snake charmers. I mean, they did rope me in, but I come here to experience that. This is what it's about. So left them a bit of a tip. They did ask for 400 dirhams. Don't go for that. Just give them a couple quid here and there tip. That's absolutely fine. You have to learn to bargain and negotiate with them, but they took really nice shots. So I'm really happy. So now heading over to find the guide who's going to give me a tour around this place. So I can't wait. So just got my money exchanged at this place. They offered much better rates than the airport itself, though I did get about £30 exchange at the airport just to have some loose change at hand. The rest were done here. Very good rate indeed. I find it very fascinating. You've got all of these people trading at the moment, their own businesses in whatever way, whatever shape or form. But Marrakech itself was once an ancient trading powerhouse, one of the richest areas in the world, trading gold, textiles, and all sorts. But that all changed over the years. It's now become less and less. But the history, the culture, the tradition is still there, is still charming. But there's a group of people standing over there. They're all waiting. I'm waiting with them just to have a quick roam around the city to get that inner instant feel of places that I might have missed in just a general walk past. So that's what I want to share with you, so I get the rich history and culture captured within this vlog, so I can share it all with you so you know where to go and what to visit when you are here in Marrakech. Here in Jemaa el-Fnaa Square, the actual terminology, the name Jemaa el-Fnaa means assembly of the dead. So public executions used to actually take place here, which is very fascinating to think that 1,000 years worth of history, that this was the point in which executions happened for whatever reasons back in those days. It's just absolutely insane, and now it's the heartbeat of the entire Marrakech. And by the way, Marrakech itself is surrounded by a ginormous wall, almost 17, 18, 19 kilometers just going round, and that's to protect the city itself. First stop is the Bahia Palace, but look at the alleyway we're walking down. It's very nice. Dark passageway that takes us, and you get to see different types of shops and stalls. The souk comes alive. So the Bahia Palace was actually built by a very powerful vizier. What's a vizier? I mean, if you've watched the movie Aladdin, you will know. Jafar. So the Jafar built that place. Why? Because the Sultan was actually a child at that time when it was built in 1866. It took about 14 years or so to build by the vizier and his son. So that's where we're heading. The history told there is so rich, so grand, but the visual beauty is absolutely immense. Built it for his 4 wives. 4! I think this is the entrance to the Bahia Palace. So just paid 100 dirhams to go inside the Bahia Palace. Now, one of the interesting facts about the Bahia Palace is when the vizier himself passed away, the entire palace was looted the very next day. Can you imagine that? So I'm inside the courtyard area here in Bahia Palace, and there's actually 4 of these courtyards, 1 for each of the vizier's wife. So that's quite fascinating that each one had their own private space to plant trees, to spend some time together. Really, really nice. It's just really beautifully designed. He was nice enough to leave me some fruit too. This wasn't looted, I guess. Now the vizier himself, he passed away in 1900, and when he did pass away, I said he got this place got looted within the next day. It was actually within hours. So within hours, the whole place was looted by rivals. When you're thinking of taking away silk, gold, weapons, furniture, everything, the wives were evicted. What a story! So this is another courtyard, so one for another one of his wives. So one of his wives was named Bahia, who's one of the most powerful of his misses that was able to control a lot of the things that happened here, except for the looting, which was very unfortunate. But his name was actually Si Musa. Ba Ahmed is his son's name. The wood that's used even on the doors, how thick these are, it's humongous. And then there's even Arabic writing across different textiles that are used on the walls itself. It gives a really, really strong, powerful sense of authoritative, figurative look to this whole palace, which is what the vizier was. So these courtyards that you're seeing right here, these were also known as riyads. Riyads are a sense of inward privacy. So a lot of houses that you'll see across Marrakech are pretty much like this, where you won't have balconies or gardens facing out. They'll actually be facing inwards, just like this. And that is what gives that sense of privacy. So what did you make of the Bahia Palace? 150 rooms in there, can you imagine? It's a labyrinth design, so you had maids and people who are cooking and cleaning all can maneuver around inside the palace without being noticed. So things could carry on day to day without being affected, and that's the beauty of this design. But you could easily get lost in there. Hey! I'm just about to enter the Saadian tombs, which tells a very powerful story regarding the Saadian Empire. So the Saadian dynasty was one of the most powerful dynasties in Morocco. So this place was built in the 16th century and was ruled for over 110 years. So we're going to visit the tombs itself. Oh wow. So when the Saadian dynasty fell, this place was hidden for 300 years. They wanted to erase the legacy, the history. What they didn't do was destroy it. They built walls around it. And for that 300-year period, nobody knew this existed. So it was only in 1917 when it was rediscovered by the French. That's when it opened everyone's eyes and the history was looked into. That the Saadian dynasty, powerful at its time in the 16th century, was totally wiped out, forgotten about. How? That is absolutely baffling. And to know that I'm standing here right now in this rich history to Morocco feels priceless. And here you have the tombs of the royals. The 3 tombs here. There's another one over there. There's another one over there in that corner. And all of this, think about it, these royals, powerful royals, were just erased for 300 years. It's a beautiful place. I mean, there is restoration taking place. But it's really beautiful, a must visit. Ooh, dark passage. Oh, I like this. I like these really dark passages, these alleyways that just goes and goes and goes. Wonder where this is leading. To the exit. Very nice. A short stop, but it told a lot of rich history regarding Morocco, the power that was once here. So we continue the journey. There's a lot more to experience here in Marrakech. So I'm going to be continuously walking around, just seeing what really charms me and Marrakech, so I can have the most of this experience. So straight ahead there you can see the Atlas Mountains, and this itself is a wall and an entrance that was once used by the king of Morocco into the Kasbah. So we are standing right in the middle of the road itself, very busy left, right, but it just shows how beautiful this place is. You got marketplace, food stalls on one side, and then you got entrance to the Kasbah on the other. So right ahead there is the Koutoubia Mosque, and that was built in the 12th century with the minaret itself standing at 77 meters high. So with the Koutoubia Mosque over there, that in the medieval Moroccan times used to be the Google map for everyone. To navigate the city, they didn't have maps, they didn't have directions, there's hardly any street signs, there's none of that. So the Koutoubia Mosque, the minaret, was used as part of that way to navigate left, right and center. Where are we going? So it's quite an important piece of architecture for the history, medieval Morocco. It's a lovely walkway just to get there. I really like it. So if you're planning on coming to Marrakech, the Koutoubia Mosque and just this area here is a fantastic chill place. I mean, you've got Jemaa el-Fnaa, which is the hustle and bustle, the hot spot, so loud noise and everything. But here, it's peace, calm, quiet, relaxing, lovely scenery, great for photos. Must visit this one. And that scenic landscape it gives just over there. Look at that, the Atlas Mountains. Priceless. And I'll be heading over to the Atlas Mountains in the next couple of days on a bit of a hike and a tour, just to go see what it feels like to be on one of the highest peaks here in Africa, just over 4,000 meters. Now, whether I go all the way to the top or at least roam around, let's come to that moment when when that occurs. But for now, just the fact that you can see it straight ahead, it's a mind-boggling experience just to be at a really scenic, peaceful place, yet see that, the highest peak in Africa. The entrance pathway right underneath the Koutoubia minaret. Look at that. And this is the square right underneath the mosque itself. Very nice. Unfortunately, the mosque is only open during prayer times, so we won't be able to go inside, but just standing here feels priceless. I love it. So what you see happening right now is what wasn't here earlier on. So in the evening, all of these stalls start getting put together because there's a lot of food that's going to be on the streets here at Jemaa el-Fnaa. And that's what we'll experience on another video, which you'll see street food here in Marrakech. To have gone to the Bahia Palace, oh my God, that was a wow moment. Just to see the fact that the vizier was able to build all of that, I found that really, really fascinating. And obviously the history that's told in the tombs as well, the Saadian tombs, the fact that it was lost for 300 years, rediscovered. So now I'm just going to do free roaming, and I'm kind of starving, so let's find a place to eat. Should I go all Moroccan, all Marrakeshi with the food? Let's see. So I'm currently now at Marrakech. It was the restaurant that appealed to me as I was walking, so ordered myself a chicken tagine. I've not had tagine for a very long time, so can't wait for what it tastes like. I mean, I would have ordered it with couscous or something like that, but I see couscous at home pretty much every single day. So put that aside. So let's see what they serve it with. It looks really, really good. I mean, the restaurant itself. So let's try. Wow, I'm actually quite impressed how nice Tagine is. I'm saying it's been years since I've last had it. So with food done at Marrakech, the initial taste was very nice. Then it got a bit like, okay. Yeah, it was okay. I'll give it a 5.5, 6 out of 10. But first day, I'm only learning. Let's try and find out over the coming days what is the actual tastiest Moroccan Marrakech dish. That's going to be a mission for this trip. As the evening beckons, gets busier and busier. That's the culture, that's the lifestyle here in Marrakech. Oh, I wonder what this is. That's the thing with free roaming. Sometimes you can't make out what is what. So if you're wondering what's the best way to get around here in Marrakech, well, you could walk, is one thing, but if you are looking to take a taxi, I actually downloaded the InDrive app, but it doesn't work everywhere across Marrakech because there are some limitations. But in most cases, it did drop me from my hotel to Jemaa el-Fnaa Square, which was great. But the amazing thing is so cheap. Oh my God, like when I was in Tunisia trying to book a cab and go from Souks to wherever to the souk, it was so expensive. Here it only cost me £3. £3. And I think even then that's like a bit high end. So that was a 25-minute drive and it only cost £3. So that's a tip for you if you are here in Marrakech. Make sure the taxi's on the meter, or you just download that app because it really helped me. And they're not a sponsor, by the way. The pathway I'm walking right now is absolutely beautiful. You got roads on both sides, it's just a central pathway you can see over my shoulder, trees in between, with the red clay buildings and walls on my left and my right. This is Marrakech. This is what it symbolizes. So I'm heading off to the hotel. I woke up 2 a.m. in the morning in London, flew over to Marrakech, checked in, threw everything in the bedroom, in the hotel, and got out to experience Marrakech, that first 24-hour feel. And I wanted to share that all with you. So we went to quite a few locations, as you saw. Make sure you tune in for the rest of my trip here in Marrakech, in Morocco, because I'll be going various different locations to get that full-on experience of Morocco and what it has to offer. So stay tuned to Sabrul on the Move. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss a Moroccan episode. If you thought Jemaa el-Fnaa was intense during the day, wait until the sun sets. Next time, I'm diving into Marrakech's wildest street food. Some dishes blew my mind, but one of them, well, I was not ready for it. Click here to see what happened. Oh, God.